Onward.
Hello everybody, I hope you're all enjoying your Thursday evening. I'm back with more Warhammer 40k. So last week, as you can remember, I hit a bit of a solid wall here, and so we're going to try and see if I can fix that.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Very well, Avalad.
The Emperor sets my path. Blessed be the road that we
Does
take.
something trouble you, Lord Captain?
Trading is just
Oh,
like art.
so many things.
It takes skill and talent.
I'm listening. Locomotives are fully operational.
Alright, let's quick save this here. Alright, Seth. Do your duty. 1, 4. Failed. Oh well. You boy, you ugly.
I will deliver furious retribution.
Alright, Seth. Buddy. Buddy. Get in the yeah, cover. Have a large. That's good enough cover. Yeah. 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 Servitor. Cassie,
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
good, he didn't get you. You cheating bastard. Alright. Joint him.
Don't get too cocky.
Yankee boy.
My faith shields me.
God!
Help me, Lord Captain.
Die! Ah, crap!
Faith
Hello?
without deeds is worthless.
You could do worse, but not
Oh,
bad
son of
enough.
a bitch! I wasn't thinking there.
I'll do it.
Victory is imminent.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Follow my lead.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Oh, nice hit there, Seth. Jay.
Am I ready for this?
Nope. That is okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Nice hit there, Argenta. Seth, buddy, now you must fucking run. Okay, Pascal, you are the only person allowed to shoot douche nozzle here.
That tactically
Ministration is
sound
a
approach.
holy task.
At your beck and call.
I can do that with the right incentives.
Damn! Come on, Jay, 50%. 50%, you can do it! Boom! It's down. Seth is looking pretty comfortable. No titties. Seth. You need cover, Seth. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh titties. Hey, there's still cover over here. Go get it, Seth. That's right, just draw the fire, you'll be fine. Abelard? Buddy? Okay, Jay can follow up. That's good. Wait. Yes.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Make Pascal shoot again.
Request approved.
Wow! Thank you, boys. Thank you. Oh my god!
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, Seth? Buddy? I'm gonna need you to do something crazy here. Go find Abelard. Good. Abelard? I need you to heal Seth.
Let's patch you up.
There's not a lot of help. Can
Someone
you again?
else can do this. I'd rather not. I'm not interested. That's not the Seneschal's job.
Okay.
Indeed.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, good. Jay.
You've got a problem? I've got a price. I'll do it.
I'm afraid not.
Don't get too cocky.
Woo!
Pain cleanses the body.
Okay, Seth. I need you to... Seth. Seth. Seth, buddy. Not good. I don't think he's angry anymore. Okay. He's angry again. Lord.
My
Injuries
place
will not
is at the
slow
fore.
me.
I will do my duty.
I will endure.
Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. This is unacceptable.
I'm gonna make a sacrifice play here. I'm hoping.
Approved.
Nice dodge there, Seth.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Do I risk it?
Doubt is for the weak.
I'm risking it.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh, Seth! Seth being an absolute Chad and just dodging a plasma burst. Again! Oh, sorry, that's charged ectoplasm. My mistake.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Each strike is a prayer.
The man's mutilated body is racked by wave after wave of convulsions. Evil. There's evil. The incarnate evil. The corruption that watches us day and night. The shaking intensifies, the breathing grows ragged, heralding the beginning of the end. Rest in peace. You will be avenged. I was part of a great force that drives the universe. I do not fear the cold of death. A wheezing breath escapes the man's chest, and then his eyes close. A tea bag just fell on my nose. Also, quick save, because I don't want to go through that again.
I did it?
Oh. We'll probably wind up selling that later. No. I'm stuck on Baldur's Gate 3 logic right now. Everybody! You're getting Medicaid up, because right now you're the only person I have who can heal. But yes, we have done... Wait, hang
Light
on.
of terror, guide our way.
Is there anything else I should be doing? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Well, we killed everything and everybody. Time to go back to the ship. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect to beat that on the first try. Whoops. Alrighty then. Oh, Captain, according to the telemetry, the parameters of the system match those of Telcos Epsilon, the home to the agri-world Janus that belongs to the Von Valencius dynasty. We have received a Vox message from the planet. The agri-world's governor officially welcomes the rogue trader and reports that she has begun preparations for formal reception to celebrate the arrival of the planet's sovereign. Your subjects await your visit. Excellent. Time to make planetfall. But first, some scanning. That's right. Slingshot around that sun, I think. What weird course have you plotted? Oh, never mind. Oh, look, it's Canada, a frozen hellhole. Lady Theodora loved frozen worlds. I never did discover the reason why, but the Lord Captain never missed a chance to visit such a planet, even on the slightest pretext. Oh, well, I guess the previous Lord Captain was Canadian. Down we go. Hmm. I don't want to switch it. Well, I'm going to switch out Jay for Adiria, because Adiria probably knows these people, so her insight will probably be good to have. Yay! Whoa! That is some big hair. Very big hair. My god, that's a lot of hair. I approve. What? I was raised in the 80s. There was big hair back then. Shut up. Leave me alone. A lavishly dressed noblewoman in an opulent silk gown watches you with an expectant air, but then gracefully bows her head. Gem-encrusted implants protrude from her arms and neck. Really? Well, I suppose that one looks like it, yeah. Well, if those are attached to her neck, I'll be shocked, because those look like they're part of her collar. Interesting, interesting. I welcome you on behalf of the noble house Vyat Ab Aram. My name is Vizentia Janus Vyat Ab Aram Af Coronas. I can't believe I pulled that off in a single shot. Not for me. These long sentences get me sometimes. By the grace of the Emperor and the will of the rogue traitor Theodore von Valencius, I serve as the planetary governor and imperial commander-in-chief of this world. Vizentia Vyat raises her head slightly. Vizentia Vyat turns to Abelard. And greetings to you, noble Viserion. It has been years since your last visit to Janus. I'm glad to see you again. It is a good sign when a rogue trader seneschal does not visit a subject planet for a long time. Isn't that correct, Lady Vyat? It means the governor is taking care of all matters, and there's no need for the seneschal to interfere. Was she flirting? I think she was flirting. Vizentia lets out a musical laugh. I hear praise in those words, and I thank you for them. She turns to you once again. In truth, your arrival in this place of the esteemed Lady von Valencius is quite unexpected. I hope my coming in Theodora's stead has not disappointed you too much. Not in the least, your lordship. On the contrary, I am delighted after all these years to once again welcome to my world... Paul Janus!
The whispers are getting louder.
God damn it, owl cat. Well, is the governor safe? Lion's butt, so... I don't see her dead body. Okay, I guess she made it away. Who to murder first? Reckless attack. Oh. Start the bout. Murder, mayhem. Do, 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 do.
Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust. I'd rather not.
Idiria. No, we can't let you charge up your powers yet.
Will do.
Well, you tried. Argenta! Actually, Argenta, I guess.
Guided by faith! As the Emperor commands, I act. For you, my Emperor! Doubt is for the weak.
And that aim was a little off there, Argenta. But okay.
Eradicated.
Terrorists! Man, it just seems like everywhere I go, there's terrorists. Yep.
Emperor, give me strength. If I may.
Pascal, do the thing with the murder.
The scriptural vital functions successfully terminated.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Really?
No! These ruby flashes are choking me!
Stun grenades.
Oh.
Seth? Get in there and murder everybody, please.
At your beck and call. Indeed. Ah!
What is this foreboding?
Rejoice in battle! Each strike is a prayer.
I'll do it.
Oh, nice! You survived with the 1 HP
As
drain.
the Emperor commands, I act.
When in doubt, give extra shooty to Argenta. Giving extra shooty to Argenta is never a bad option.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Explorators know one route. Forward.
I will endure.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Doubt is for the weak.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. Running binaric override.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Activate Calculated Fury algorithm. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
I took care of this one.
Nicely done. Your lordship, Emperor Pozirvis, are you alright? Yeah. Where did Governor Viat go? The governor is safe, protected by the walls and the wardens. Please follow me. I will escort you to her personally. Fine. Lead on. I accept your offer of honor, God. Upon seeing you, the guard at the door lets out a frightened yelp and doubles over into a low bow. Your lordship, most honorable Seth von Valencius, the governor is awaiting you in her office, where she is protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet with her alone or with your entourage? My entourage will accompany me into my meeting with the governor, since they were the ones who, you know, put down. Just Seth walking in there holding a giant greatsword. Vizentia Janus Viat Ab Aram Af Coronas is furiously swiping at a data slate, issuing commands into a gilded vox. Upon seeing you, she hurriedly puts away her device, smooths her skirt, and drops into a deep curtsy. Your lordship, accept my abject apologies for the reprehensible stunts that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I could not have imagined. Your local boss is... You can stop apologizing, Vizentia. I'm not offended. It was Tuesday. Thank you, your lordship. Believe me, I'm infinitely sorry that the troubles of Janus have reached us even here in the most protected place on Janus. The companion standing next to Vizentia respectfully bows her head. She is doggedly trying not to turn her head towards you, but it's obvious she is watching you through her lowered lashes. One of your wardens helped us in battle. A superb shot! Who was it? You must be referring to Yurliet, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I've turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Yurliet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world, and You see, Yurliet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world and knows Janus like the back of her hand, so she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although I admit that at times I am tempted to send her away from the estate, her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure, and so tall. If you wish to speak to Yurliet, you will find her outside in the ornery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from the others. Alright, what is happening on the planet? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Janus. I was not even notified at first. Griping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families. Vizentia shakes her head, and then it became apparent that what the Administratum's accounts had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. They have already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Can Janus fulfill its foodstuff supplies under current conditions? I risk angering you, your lordship, but this is nothing compared to shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics expert in the Administratum are unable to guarantee stable ties when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport, and the terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the order of things is restored on Janus, any trade is nigh impossible. Well, looks like I'm going to have to solve the problem on Janus. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Janus does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we had ships at our disposal. Ships like yours, your lordship. Perhaps you will find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have ground forces and ship's crew work together to hunt down the enemy. Well, I'll track down these elusive fugitives myself. As for, No, I'm a bit of a, that I can do a little bit of dickish moves, but no, that's just being an ass. Besides, if Theodora von Valencia, Theodora struck me as a rather competent woman, so I'm not going to just throw what she said out of hand. So, I promise you, Governor, I'll hunt down the seeds of this rebellion and heresy on your planet and burn them to ash. Concern appears in Vicentia's eyes. The resolve and valor of the Von Valencius dynasty knows no bounds. I'm immeasurably thankful for your help. Well, you know, I'm a giving kind of man. I am the commissar. If any of those who attacked the estate had survived, then perhaps they could be a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Vicentia glances at the Vox. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let those reprobates into the estate. The person who did it might also know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak and removing all traces of the attack from the estate. An esteemed Magos who is responsible for the agronomic efforts on the planet is also here. He happened to be visiting this week to deliver his personal report. And, of course, there is also my aide in the war against these rebels, Yulet. I have no doubt she will be delighted to share her knowledge of Janus with your lordship. The Witchful Station is on the verge of starvation. Can Janus supply the people there with provisions? Yes and no, your lordship. If the question is, can such an expansive, fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We lose more provisions to gnawing pests every cycle than those on Footfall could eat in their entire lives. But can we ship them to Footfall? Not a chance. Any cargo shuttle? Okay. Who is this person standing next to you? One of my ladies-in-waiting, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of Janus. I trust my advisors implicitly, and over time Amelia has become not merely a faithful companion, but almost my shadow. Losing her would be like losing my right hand. Vicentia laughs and gives Amelia an encouraging nod. Amelia drops into a low curtsy. To bathe in the light of your greatness is a true honor, Rogue Trader. I must take my leave. And everything was as blood.
Yes?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will excuse me for just one moment, I'm going to take a quick break. I just got to refill my water and put some stuff away, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Ever since I've stopped drinking pop on a regular basis, I found that tea has become my new vice of choice. I thought it was a clock. You did this dumbass hammering away. Oh, that. Wait, His Lordship Seth von Valentius, rogue trader by the grace of God Emperor and the Sacred... Oh. Is there a servo called just following a noun? Okay, Bearer of the Warrant of Trade, Stellar Inheritor, and the Defender of Humanity comes... Apparently there's no servitor just following me around, you know, just... announcing my credentials to the world. I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm already taken. This lovely Sister of Battle over here. Is he just gonna follow me around and do that? That's kind of awesome.
So shall it be.
It's so nice to see servitors who aren't trying to murder me. Draped in a red cloak, the Magos' body looks barely human. Wires, tubes, and metal manipulators turn him into a whimsical machine. While implants hide his face behind a sinister mask, the tech priest intermittently dictates something in technolingua to the servo skull floating next to him. But at your approach, he falls silent and offers a reserved bow. Greetings, your lordship. Lex Mechanic Vinslex. How may I serve you? Pascal and the Lex Mechanic exchange trills of binaric greeting. The series of sounds issued by Vinslex sound much longer and more deferential than those of Pascal. How are things with you and your comrades? The current situation on the planet is assessed as stable. The progress of the prospects is assessed as encouraging. Okay. The Flying Buttress. Yes, I know Gothic architecture. Leave me alone.
How can one find the right way without his light?
No, you're left. The bizarre creature before you only vaguely resembles a typical human. An elongated body, slender limbs, pointed features, every aspect of its appearance is unnatural and alien. The creature turns its head to you and speaks in a melodic voice with the barest hint of a drawl. Yerlet Lana Lanavius greets you, Elantak. That's not a mutant. So, you're the governor's mysterious helper. Indeed I am, Elantak. My hand parried the death that threatened the ruler of these people, and I also aided you in the battle against the crazed ones. I'm gonna play stupid for a bit longer, just because this is fun. So, why are you helping the governor? This world is in distress. I wish to protect it from unnecessary suffering. This might be an Eldar Maiden world, and because it's been turned into an Agri world, they don't care as much. What do you know about the rank-and-file rebels? Only that they threaten the established order. If the ruler dies, people across this entire planet will know the horror of anarchy. Irlet's face is unreadable, but you detect a strange tension in her voice, as though she is choosing her words carefully. Do you know who's behind the uprisings on this planet? Someone's malicious will that sends simple plowmen and tillers on the path of violence. Okay. Why do you call me Elantak? Because that is what you are. Elantak means stranger from the darkness amidst the stars. You descended on flame-winged machines in a dark time when the air of the planet is soaked in blood and pain. Will you be the one to bring peace to Lilithan? To the Lilithan? Okay, I must take my leave.
Optimal route.
Oh, I went way past. The stooped man wearing a cloak of the Adeptus Administratum is reviewing information on a data slate, while his quietly whirring mechanical arms fill a long scroll with writing. Upon noticing you, the man stretches his thin lips into a smile and deferentially bows. The light in the eyes of the servo skull hovering over his right shoulder gently pulsates. Your lordship, what an honor it is to address you in person. Allow me to introduce myself, Attilas Quint, Prefectus of the Officio Agricultae. I will preserve the record of our conversation forever. Yeah, what do you think of your governor? The governor is a superb leader. She possesses an excellent grasp of all matters and never uses an incorrect form or for a given situation. I do not pry into her personal affairs, but if I may speak plainly, a lady who fills out paperwork with such finesse cannot be a bad person, in my view. I don't know if I agree about that, but okay. I mean, I appreciate good paperwork as much as the next man, but I don't judge a person's entire character based on their ability. What do you say about the governor's helper, Irlet? To be honest, your lordship, I find her presence most distressing. Of course, I would never gainsay the wisdom of the governor. Who, if not she, could perceive the true worth of a person, even if that person is a mutant? Wow. Alright. Moreover, Irlet's particular abilities could be an interesting subject of study for the Magos biologist. That elongated head shape, those eyes. Judging by the skull that was given to me to send on to Footfall, such developmental abnormalities on Janus are not a quirk of nature, but some kind of inheritable trait. What skull are you talking about? A most remarkable item, I must say. A true anomaly. One moment. After rummaging in a nearby container, Attilas draws out a parcel, which he immediately unwraps. Look here, I believe the finished piece was intended to be given as a gift to the governor, but under the current circumstances, I doubt I will be able to send it to football anytime soon. The tech priest Mechadendrites reached towards Attilas with interest, seeming to unnerve him a little. Safety and equipment on a decent level. It's a pity it's empty. Inside, it could have become a proper servo-skull herald for the rogue trader, unorthodox. Remove it from my sight. Oh yes, of course. Attilas hurriedly returns the skull to the container. What are your duties here? By the grace of the God Emperor, I oversee the administrative apparatus on the planet and serve as secretary. I am also responsible for the logistics related to supplying the planets of the Von Valentius dynasty and the timely payment of tithes to the Imperium's official collectors. Speaking of the Von Valentius dynasty, when were the last shipments sent? Oh, your lordship, our supply shipments are all in order. All our foodstuffs and other items are ready to export and are simply awaiting arrival of the transport ships. However, given the current circumstances on the planet, Janus could not provide even one tranche more than what is already prepared. I'm certain the situation will be rectified in the near future. When did the collector ships last come to Janus? Oh, your lordship, I must confess that as yet I have not had the pleasure of filling out a sacred tithe protocol form, as the last Imperial ships to come here did so under my predecessor. Come to think of it, that would have been several decades ago. I do hope the logisticians responsible for such an unforgivable oversight lose their heads over this. Decades. It's been decades since the last time anything has left this planet. Asnod, right. Tell me about Janus. What is happening on the planet? Alas, your lordship, rebellions have caused us too many problems in recent times. The rebels are interfering with established processes, interrupting supplies, sabotaging the serfs' work. A few nobles have even been killed. And worst of all, some of their victims occupied important administrative posts. Until their replacement pass their checks, complete all their induction forms, and go through the official appointment procedure, important paperwork is going unsigned. It is a bureaucratic catastrophe. If things continue in this vein, I dare not imagine what it could lead to. There are worlds that are ravaged by war for generations. Generations, your lordship. Like that deranged planet by the nameless star, so close to our own peaceful system. The inhabitants there supposedly live under the patronage of the rogue trader Winterscale. I shudder to think what he has created there. I want to know the details. Where the rebels struck and how? Of course. I would be delighted to furnish you with all the information I have. In the last few months, 15 organized attacks and 7 terrorist attacks have been perpetrated. Irrigation equipment has been sabotaged in the agrarian sectors 325, transport routes 27, 413, and also... I suppose I will not tell you much. Please. With a fussy gesture, he presses several buttons on his data slate screen, and a 3-dimensional map with coordinates of the attacks appear on your cogitator. The data is superbly collected, and the map clearly displays the actions of the rebels. At first glance, there seems to be no logic to their campaign, but after analyzing the data and the features of the terrain, you notice a clear system indicating a geographical pattern to these attacks. Okay, who is directing the rebels? Does anyone know? The rebels are well armed and well trained. What's more, the governor's advisors are inclined to think the instigators of the rebellion are very familiar with the planet's terrain and climate. My ordnance are going through the registration records day and night looking for individuals who have completed military training, but so far, we've been We've been unable to identify the scoundrel. What are you doing to combat the rebels? Our security services are tracking those who support the rebels, and our regular wardens are wiping out these saboteurs without the slightest mercy, but they keep on appearing. My scribes have been run off their feet keeping records of all the public hearings and executions, but I am confident the governor will find a solution soon. Interesting. That is all for now. What do you know of the attack on the estate? A disgraceful incident. Simply disgraceful. I cannot believe these scoundrels will dare come so close. And to drag the nobility into this as well. If they penetrated the estate, that means they had help from some worthless servant or other. Security is currently questioning the survivors, but the culprit has not been found yet. Attilis Quint smiles unpleasantly. I must take my leave. I look forward to meeting you again, your lordship. Interesting. A hulking man dressed in a uniform marking him out as an officer of the gubernatorial wardens is closely monitoring his subordinates as they surround the building. Sensing your approach, he whips around, his face going pale, and he offers a low bow. Your lordship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack has holed himself up in there. He could be dangerous. Ready to report, your lordship. We conducted a sweep of the area after the attack. All of the assassins were arrested or neutralized except for one. The officer scowls darkly. He sealed himself inside. He's already injured 2 wardens who tried to reach him. But there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of dirt from the estate. I have only one question, officer. Why have you not already done it? The rogue trader is here, and the longer you delay, the more you put his life needlessly at risk. The officer flinches slightly at Abelard's snarl. It is inexcusable, your lordship. The barrels of poison were only just delivered, but we're ready to begin now. I want to talk to the... Well, who is he? The officer's brow furrows. The officer's brow furrows. To tell the truth, your lordship, I'm more concerned with clearing the area right now than with his identity. We are not expecting to get any value into... English. We're not expecting to get any valuable intel from him unless we find something on his corpse after we're done the job. I want to talk to the person inside. Are you sure? It's not exactly safe, your lordship. The officer's eyes involuntarily sweep over you, sizing you up. I want to solve this problem without too much blood or fuss. The officer takes a breath. As you wish, your lordship. At the officer's signal, the wardens take a deferential step back, clearing your path to the door. Excellent. Quick save, just in case I get myself murder-faced. Or faced-murdered. When you approach the solid-looking door, a high, boyish voice shouts out, "Piss off! You won't take me alive! Better to put a bullet in my brain than let the governor's dogs get their hands on me." Examine the door. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice the dark marks on the hinges, a sure sign that the material is degraded. The lock doesn't look new either. With a suitable tool, it could be easily opened. Coercion -10. Alright. I am Seth, rogue trader and sovereign of this planet. In the name of the Emperor, open this door. For a long time, nothing happens, and the door opens with a click. The space is small, the corners filled with inky black shadows, but you can still make out the person in the room. He is desperately gripping a discharged lasgun in his hands. The rebel looks at you in amazement. It really is you! The young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees and stretches out his bloody hand towards you. His clothes are burned on one side and grimy with baked-in blood. Your lordship, have mercy. You're the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. Well, I had a suspicion this was going to happen. Youth is a time of recklessness. I heard that said more than once in the Schola Progenium and during my novitiate, but youth is also a time of directness. Let us listen to this young man before we judge him. Save you from what? From Governor Fayette. Everybody here knows what she is doing to us. We put up with it for a long time, hoping that someone would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. Oh, god damn it! She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like groks from settlements, supposedly to go to the palace, and they're never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits, and while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. You're telling me people are seeing evil spirits? Yes, others are going feral and attacking their loved ones, and then there's... The boy lowers his voice. People say that in some settlements, well, they've stopped upholding the law altogether, imperial law, and the law of basic human decency. People are literally turning into animals. Alright, who's behind the rebels? He swallows nervously and looks at you with fear. Your lordship, I beg you, don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brethren. It's over for me, but the others, I won't betray them. There will be no end to the war on this planet until I get a handle on the situation. But to do that, I need to meet with your leader. The boy hesitates for a few seconds and then drops his head limply. As long as you keep your word. Oh, I'll keep my word. I've been in their camp. I've never been in their camp. None of us have. Only the chief saw one person from their base. He came a few times, bringing weapons and orders. He said he'd represented a greater force than we could imagine, and he said that the governor's dogs will pay for their reprisals in the settlements. That's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from ordinary folks. We have it all worked out so that if anybody gets caught, the others aren't caught with them. But I swiped the chief's Vox. I thought after I killed the governor I could use the message coordinates to find the base and hide out there. The boy retrieves a Vox from his pocket and holds it out to you with a shaking hand. That's everything I know, your lordship. I'm going to save. Can I save? No. Damn. Benevolentia. The people waiting outside will put you through a far worse torment than I will. Goodbye. Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, kid. But we have to keep up the image.
Anything worthy of my attention? The machine god grants me insight.
She has her own private beach?
Do you see that?
Eh? What? Do I see what?
Searching is my observance.
Heh.
That wasn't so difficult.
Okay.
I'll chart a course for you.
Alright, let's go back. Reports on the operation to ruthlessly eradicate the underground traders to the Imperium on the agri-world Janus. By his grace, the leadership and general command of the operation were taken by rogue traders, Seth of the glorious house of Von Valencius. Beyond the undoubted competence of the Blessed Lord Captain, there was another reason for this decision, namely the evidence of the disloyalty within the estimable Governor Viat's revenue. Subversive activity by the enemies of humanity was detected on the planet Janus. Their insidious propaganda led to the dissipation among the Imperial subjects, as a result of which the peasants sympathized with the rebellious sentiments. By permitting the unrest to take root in her dominion, Governor Vizentia Viat discredited herself. In light of this, the crude methods she used to repress the rebellion were called into question, as was her staff. The might and authority of the noble captain, however, were able to facilitate an end to the conflict, though this entailed the use of the rogue trader's personal resources. The future well-being of Janus was dependent on the success of each stage of the operation. A single misstep could have undermined the security of this valuable colony and consequently dealt a blow to the prosperity of the protectorate of House Von Valencius. Urban eradication. The first step of the struggle against the insurrectionists was to drive their cells out of the capital and major cities. The Emperor Blessed Lord Captain considered several suppression strategies before choosing the best option. Thanks to the data gathered by the retainer of the esteemed Governor Viat and the analysis by the Lord Captain himself, the rebels' attack plans were exposed, creating an opportunity to devise a counter-strategy. The Lord Captain's agents managed to infiltrate the rebel underground via networks of contemptible thieves and the smugglers and identify the main leaders. After the wave of the arrests, the rebels fled the major cities. As a result of the actions of the forces loyal to the Imperium, the rebels were driven into isolated regions, where their camps were then discovered and blockaded. The operation to combat the Xenos incited traitors to humanity was a success. The wisdom and will of our illustrious Lord Captain made it possible to the ultimate eradication of that ungodly movement. And that process was personally overseen by the rogue traitor, the Sovereign of Janus, and the agents of his will. Okay, I'm going to go back to an earlier stage, because I actually do want to investigate the governor a bit more. Your Lordship, I thank you. Thank you for this kindness. I never thought I'd survive. Your Lordship, I honor your bravery. Please allow me to get rid of this rat for you. This man is under my protection. See to it that he's held safely in custody until his fate is decided by a fair court. With the deepest respect, your lordship. It will be done. Oh, you'll die in prison, kid. I was just choosing that option because A, it actually gave me a boost, and B, well, I actually thought I could take you with me, and then I could, you know, get some extra info, but okay. Let's get my coercion up a little bit. Taunting opportunity. Get your athletics up. Interesting. I'll play around with that, see how that does. Okay.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality. Litany of reconnaissance recited.
All right. I can't go there.
We should deal with this.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom
Oh, the
to
irony.
perceive.
I examined the bodies of the rebels. They showed traces of mutations. Is that typical for Janus? No, not at all. This world is pure, was pure. This cannot be. The Lelethian has no power over your kind, only over her own creations. There must be some other cause which is unknown to me. Strange experiments being conducted on the people of Janus. It's said that people are brought to the estate and never seen again. Do you know anything about that? Eyewitness prisoners being delivered to the rear doors under cover of darkness, but what becomes of them I know not. And it is not my concern what you humans do with your fellows. Yurlet touched the sparkling gem on her chest as though checking if it is there. Ah, that would be her soul stone. Elantek, everything you have told me stirs doubt and alarm in my soul. Please, give me time to consider what lies beneath your discoveries. Do not disturb me further. Okay.
This master-crafted patellar augment is not fit for a servitor.
Alright, let's head back into the palace, see if there's anything more. Well, actually, there's more people I can talk to. Your lordship, how may I help you? I found the body of a dead. I found this on the body of a dead rebel. Can you tell me anything about these specimens? Your blessing for the examination, Magos? The Lex Mechanic waits respectfully until Pascal nods. The tech priest studies the dried berries and goes still. You hear the distinct click as his cerebral cogitators process the information. creeping creeweed, a typical plant of the Western Hemisphere. We have studied the possibility of industrial cultivation, but the process was found to be inefficient due to the specific requirements of the soil, which is found in the right composition only in the archipelagos of the planet. I'm not going to read these, I'm just going to quickly fly through these. Okay. Because this is just, like, as much as I'm interested, like, I'm actually interested in them, so I can pretty quickly read. But it's also pretty obvious that, because when I went up to space, I honestly thought that was, like, the next part of, no, but I think I have to go around and start talking to everybody. It's basic, it's one of those very long,
Error. Making adjustments.
If such is the Emperor's will.
Lord von Valencius, we are most delighted to welcome you as our guest. Would your lordship prefer to speak to the governor alone or with the entourage? I'm gonna try alone. No, entourage. Greetings, your lordship. How may I be of assistance? You neglected to mention the strange changes in the planet's flora and fauna. Magos Vinzelex is a very wise man, but his fixation on evolutionary processes seems a little extreme to me. Janus was heavily cultivated, forests were cleared, and mountains were raised across half the planet. There is no surprise that we are still noticing the consequences of those changes. It is possible that planet mutations are connected to waste runoff from the harvesting equipment, and the changes in wildlife behavior could be a reaction to the expansion of the cultivated area. Vicentia shakes her head with a laugh. Are you surprised by my knowledge of the topic? Our whole dynasty has dedicated itself to taming Janus. This plentiful yet stubborn planet. Every member of the Viat bloodline is versed in the fundamentals of planetary engineering and its consequences. Slanting a look at Pascal, Idiria remarks lightly. Looks like the sciences aren't only the preserve of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Doesn't that fringe on the authority of the Steam Magos? This statement is true, but who do you suppose were her teachers? The Adeptus Mechanicus? All knowledge flows from us. Rumors have reached me about the oddity among Janus' population. I don't deny it. Some of our experiments exacted a higher toll on the population than others. You see, Recently, one of the noble families of Janus has taken on the difficult task of enhancing the attributes of our workers. So far, it has involved introducing experimental supplements into their food and mental conditioning in monitored settlements. Sometimes procedures are disrupted and part of the population suffers from the side effects. The specialists of the Graves family would be better placed to inform you on this topic, but alas, they are currently engaged in the field. And the tech priest mentioned ancient ruins belonging to the Xenos. I know to what you're referring. Strange structures of an unknown material. For the prevention of any unfortunate accidents, I ordered the area to be declared out of bounds for all. Some things are better off left under a thick layer of dirt, beyond the grasp of even enlightened minds of the Mechanicus. Tell me about Janus. Janus is a remarkable world, both in terms of its vast potential and in terms of the work that was carried out to transform it into an agri-world. House Viat has ruled Janus for many generations, and each new governor has, without fail, contributed to the planet's taming. This world was once a wild planet, full of xenobeasts and utterly unsuitable for growing anything. To this day, despite our best efforts, Janus regularly rebels against us. Earthquakes, tsunamis, the emergence of new pests, and weeds that invade the arable lands. Sometimes I cannot help but think that this world is endowed with the consciousness of a capricious and stubborn child who likes to spoil everything that we have achieved. Even for an agri-world in the back of Beyond, this place is a real dump. What do you do here for fun? When you have free time, that is. If you are asking about those of our circle, then let me assure you, there are enough noble families on world to keep boredom at bay. I frequently host guests, your lordship, and my servants arrange suitable entertainments, from parlor concerts to private executions of traitors who break imperial law. What do you grow on Janus? Mainly hell-canned flint corn and red turnip. Apart from that, in the southern hemisphere we have set aside vast tracts of land for the Grox population. And of course, I cannot fail to mention the several thousand acres of tilled land given over to cultivating fermentable fruit, for personal use and limited export, of course. I must take my leave. Interesting. So we have two sides of the story, which is quite fascinating. We have the side that talks about the governor engaging in experiments with a... Well, technically we have three sides of the story, one of which was gained by me accidentally going too far in the story without gaining enough information, and the other two are for and against the governor. So obviously we have Yurlet, who is going to be probably going to be the Eldar companion that we pick up. Then we have, and she's probably with the Xenos, and she talks about something, Lathian. I don't remember how to properly pronounce that, but she talks about Lathian, and Lathian is very likely this consciousness that the governor had mentioned. It's very likely has something to do with that. So obviously there's some sort of Eldar spirit or Eldar technology at work here that's, I don't know, playing sort of the role of Mother Nature. It's trying to manage the planet against the effort of the Imperium. Now, so we have the rebels, and we have the rebels who are working against the Imperium. We have the governor who could be tainted by chaos, because, you know, there is mention of her doing dark and evil things. Or she could just be turning all of the people she brings into the palace into servitors, and that's why you never see them again. It's a toughie. It's a toughie. Like, this is a tangled story. So it's going to be interesting to see what the actual intrigue is. All right, let's head outside. Let's quick save too. Because now we've learned more. Alright, so what should I do next? Hoobadooby, heebie-jeebie, wabba-dabby. House Grantis. Weren't they the ones who were supposed to be doing experiments on the servant population? Okay. I'm gonna try talking to Yurlit again and see if that brings up anything new. Alantak, I need time. Time for what, though?
Carry the Emperor's will as your torch.
Operation successful.
Alright, how do I operate that box I got? Do I even operate that box? Where is it? Pascal, can I give this to you and
Request denied.
info equip?
What deeds await us?
Hey, Gwen. Tanner Pow. Oh, hello. Elantak! Yurlit gestures for your attention. As you once sought my help, now I am seeking yours. The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I have hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disturbing the peace of the local ruler, and I also know where they are hiding. Allow me to show you the way, on the condition that you bring me to them. Better late than never, I suppose. Show me the way. Let us go, Elantak. I pray to the gods that we are not too late. Yeah, that's a good run, but... Oh god, we're getting dangerously close to an all-lady harem team. With the exception, of course, of Chad Seth. It's been a while since I've seen you on stream. How you been doing? No, that's good to hear. It's good to hear. You know me. I'm hanging in, moving along. Keeping...
I align my path with yours, for now.
Adept Doctrine has been mastered. Oh. Do I make her a hunter or an assassin? I already have 2 assassins, so we'll do Hunt Down the Prey. Call the Bold, which is a good one. Let's give her some more awareness. Let's give her some more Medicae. Yeah, let's give her more Lore Xenos. Why not? Tremble the Flock. Ooh, I should have done Pierce the Armor, actually. Cancel. Pierce the Armor. Did a really good job making this place look beautiful. There are no right angles in nature.
I walk the path less traveled.
Lord Captain Theodora and I once landed on a green world similar to this one. 2/3 of the team perished in the jaws of a wild beast, while the rest died of fever. Doesn't look like Argenta will be a romance option. How's the game so far? Oh, hello, Howler. The game so far, I'm enjoying it. I truly am enjoying the game. I am, of course, disappointed, because as Gwyn has pointed out that, you know, our Sister of Battle won't be romanceable, which is a huge disappointment. You just got your beta key and you're installing. Oh, excellent, excellent. Yeah, that's the general consensus of the community. Is you know, if
It is my destiny to traverse the unknown.
If there isn't going, actually, as far as I'm aware, Sisters of Battle are not required to be celibate. They are not required to be virgins. It's just that they are so fanatically devoted to the Emperor, more often than not, they either A, die in battle, or B, just spend most of the time around their fellow sisters. But it's my understanding that they are perfectly capable of you know, getting pregnant and giving birth to other men's children. Now, that could just be one of the orders of the sister. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not fully up on the Sisters of Battle and their lore, but at least in the Caiaphas Cain novels that I've read, they've actually said that, yeah, no, Sisters of Battle can do whatever they want. Ah, the War of Apostasy.
Locomotives are fully operational.
I see health bars. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What's down here? Cutthroat Rebels. Combat... Oh, God, I hate combat servitors. Yeah, there's a running joke that I heard where Sisters of Battle can, you know, do the fun stuff, but they have more fun killing heretics than they do doing the fun stuff with men, so... Sorry, guys, you just don't satisfy them as much as killing someone. I have to tone the joke down a little bit for Twitch, but I think you guys get my point. You just want the... Well, my friends...
What is it?
Here she is. So if you're wanting to avoid spoilers, you might want to... And I know it sounds weird for someone to be saying, tune off the stream. If you want to avoid spoilers, this is where she is, and it looks like it's story-related. Okay. It looks like I could bypass this area, so I'm going to try that option. Abelard has some pretty high athletics. Athletics? I sometimes get D&D confused with this system.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
She was one of your selling points going into beta. Okay.
Close ranks!
I didn't expect that. Alright. Get into the combat headspace. We have height advantage, I think. Oh, stop. Lower your weapons. I don't think they're going to do that, young lady. Seth, where can you go? Oh, good. They just got rid of the grid's just a little bit hidden. Seth, can you get down there? No, you can't. In that case, Seth, get over here. Oh, you can't get over there. Okay, Yurla, get up there. Take sniping. Abelard, buddy. Sorry about this, but I'm gonna have to put you in the direct line of fire. Same with you, Seth. You're gonna be taking direct fire. Argenta. Oh, crap. I I didn't notice that way up. Argenta, I'm gonna move you right here for now. You'll cover that entrance. Pascal, don't get shot. And, Cassia, hang back here and please don't get shot. Death. Can I have you... No, wait, you're behind Abelard. That won't work. I'm gonna risk having it blow up on me. Oh, nice shot with a shotgun. Ah, she can't make that throw.
If it serves your cause.
Alright. Who have I got the best chance to nail and take out of the fight immediately? Are there any sharpshooters nearby that I can kill first? Yes, let's get him. He's on high ground.
I am not your Xenos pet, Mon.
You can call me whatever you want as long as you keep killing people. Cassia.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Damn.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Bolter shell to the face. Nice shot! That was only a 34% chance to hit. Well done, Cassia. Oh, auto gun. Ooh, who got hit? Nobody's been hit? Okay, good. Argenta. Clear the way.
Eradicated. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I refuse.
Oops, my bad.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Not bad, not bad. I'll save that heroic, though, for later. I'm probably gonna need it. Abelard, I need you to get a boogie on. Actually, Abelard, you can go hero, can't you? Nice.
No matter the cost! I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty. Reduced to dust!
Actually, Abelard, I'm gonna have you move up here to support our no.
It will be done. One fewer target.
I didn't think about that. I was just joking about it earlier, but yeah, this could be a little bit awkward later on.
A tactically sound approach. I took care of this one.
Nicely done, Abelard. I was counting on that parry. Alright. Oops, wrong ability.
The Omnissiah condemns you.
Yes, he does. Oh god, that combat servitor. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Is that a Melta? That is a Melta! Oh, pities, this is gonna suck.
Shields me!
Oh, this'll leave a scar.
If I must.
Wow, Seth has a really high dodge chance. That was unexpected for them to do that. Okay, Cassia, get over there. And then give Argenta...
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
I need your aegis, O Emperor. Power resides in the will of the
Oh,
righteous.
bugger! I keep making that mistake.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
That is not the Emperor's will. I will not.
Come on, I know you can use a
This
bolt.
is unacceptable.
Well, okay.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
I'll take it. If it keeps the sister out of trouble, I'll take it. No, that's not gonna work.
Follow my lead. One fewer target.
Okay. Pascal, you're up.
Running binaric override. I venerate you, machine spirit.
Nicely done.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Good dodge, good dodge. No. What? Oh, are those Eldar? Well, I don't know if those are happy Eldar or they are mad Eldar, but I'm probably gonna find out very friggin' soon.
If it serves your cause. I deal death with my hands.
Nope, they're pissy Eldar. Yeah, they're... Oh, bugger.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That is not the Emperor's will. Faith without deeds is worthless. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Thank you, Argenta. Don't scare me like that, please. Is co-op really active and working properly? I haven't tested co-op yet there, Howler, but, I've heard that it's okay, but, you know, there are obviously some bugs to it. Yeah, I would hold off on doing co-op anytime soon, just to let the players send in their bug reports. Otherwise, you know, especially if you're looking for a smooth experience, it could cause some problems. Abelard, what are you? That does not look like it has the gas.
My place is at the fore. I'm not interested. Ah!
Nah, didn't make it. But who do I got line of sight on? Okay. Oh, okay, my mistake. What does that do again? The assassin chooses an enemy in their line of sight and marks an additional opening in this enemy on the side closest to the assassin. If this additional opening isn't hit by the end of the assassin's turn, it disappears.
Request approved. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
No, I think that hit cover. But I think it also hit them, so cool. Yeah, he's doing area denial. That's pissing me off.
I understand your intent.
Dang it. You know what? Take another shot.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Nice hit, nice hit. Magenta, is anybody out there? Do you have... Nope, you don't have sight on anybody, so just stay down. Abelard,
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. At your beck and call.
Pascal. Oh goody, we're having a sniper fight.
Running binaric override.
Well, that hits.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
That hit somebody, I don't know who. Death, get in there. Wow, he went flying. You're
If it serves
Reload.
your cause. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
guided by faith.
I'll do it.
Each strike is a prayer.
Victory is imminent. That's not the Seneschal's job. I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
I have no idea how I'm gonna hit this guy. Yeah, Howler. Seth is my main character. Yep.
Go!
I may just have to grenade the ever-loving crap out of him. Okay. Can I do this without hitting Abelard? I can. Suck it, bitch. Really?
I understand your intent.
I don't know what I'm doing. I am just trying to do what I can to bring this guy down. I have a 5% hit chance.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I will not. Stop trying, monkey.
I mean, there really is only one thing I can do, and that's just Argenta
God
getting in
Emperor,
there.
move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
I don't even know if I can do this. Oops, that didn't work. Abelard, clear the zone!
It will be done.
Request approved.
I've suffered worse.
Oh good, he moved out of the friggin' way.
This tedium is beneath me.
Wow! 3% chance to hit, it worked!
Pay with your blood in the name of Kaela Mensha Kane!
That worked. I'll take what I can get. Argenta, please kill him.
Doubt is for the weak.
Woohoo! Thank you. Earlet's usually dispassionate face is contorted in a grimace of pain and rage. Your elucidator activates when she begins speaking in her own language. I swear on Cain's riven heart, Moran, you will pay for your treachery. You will drink of the cup of suffering to the very bottom. You will walk the path of torment and... Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, but I promise I'll gladly help you pour the cup of suffering down their throat. Irlek closes her eyes, sucks in a breath through her teeth, and quickly murmurs something. When she opens her eyes, her face is once again a mask of cool serenity. She looks at you and begins to speak, this time in Low Gothic. Please excuse me, Elantek. I allow the turmoil in my soul to win out over my reason. A slip like that could cost me more than you can even imagine. My very soul. I must be more careful, even in the face of treachery. Who is... by the way, I apologize, Howler, Gwyn. I am horrible at pronouncing these names. Warhammer 40k insists on using some very interesting spelling. Who is Muraran? Muraran? Muaran. What treachery are you talking about? Muaran is the one responsible for the rebellions against the ruler of Janus, but allow me to tell you everything from the beginning. We call ourselves children of Asuran we call ourselves the children of Asurian. I actually don't know that one. A branch of the Eldari race that inhabits planetoid-sized vessels, known as craft worlds. Craft world Asurian? Maybe? Who knows? Eldari is another name of ours. We are the echoes of a great empire that once ruled the galaxy and created new worlds. The planet that you call Janus is one such maiden world. Haha! I was right! The Lilathian, sorry. A haven that our ancestors made for their kin. For many millennia, only the shadows of our predecessors lived among the ruins, until you humans came here. We are the heirs, and we are entirely within our rights to call the Maiden World our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. Craft World is the ship worlds that the Eldari live in. They left their planet because the gods they created went crazy with the... Yes, She Who Thirsts. The Eldari... Well, the Eldar's big boo-boo, their big whoopsie, when they ritualistically created Slanesh, who now has a straw stuck into every one of their souls. From what I know, the Eldari, the Light Eldar, encase their souls inside soul stones, which prevents Slanesh from consuming their souls. Whereas the Drukari, the Dark Eldar, hide away in the webwork, which partially reduces her ability to feast from them, but in order to periodically restore the energy within their souls, their vital force, they have to, well, basically torture people in a BDSM festival and extract their pain in order to heal. Like I said, a BDSM festival. Anyway, we are the heirs, and we are entirely within our rights to call the Maiden World our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. Sorrow seeps into Irlith's voice. We belonged to Craft World Krudark, which fell on the border of this star region. Our only providence of the merciful gods allowed us to escape the fate that befell those whose souls perished amidst the stardust with our abode. Wait, the craft world was destroyed? I thought that was damn near impossible. Abelard just said, destroying an Eldari craft world is a serious achievement. I'd like to shake the hand of whoever did it. I don't know, Abelard, if it was the Tyranids or the Orcs, do you really want to do that? His green visor flashing with interest, Pascal carefully clarifies, which border exactly? You don't need to know that, Iron Monkey. I am aware of your looting practice. Adeptus Mechanicus will happily loot Necron Tomb Worlds. After the calamity, the Lilathian offered my kin a sanctuary, a place of respite in the ruins of our ancestors. Under the canopy of the forest created by the wisdom of our world singers, living alongside your kind who reap the fruits of our labor with such vulgarity. Yeah, we do that. You came to Janus along with the rest of the Eldari? No, my path brought me to Lilathian later. Irlith hesitates. By another route. If it was Muraran who welcomed me here. He was one of the surviving Farseers of Kurdarsh. He was a handful of Asirani. He was with a handful of Asirani who escaped death and found the path here to the destroyed cradle of our kind. They were outraged when they saw how the Monkeg They were outraged when they saw how the Monkeg had ravaged our flourishing garden. How are your kin connected with the uprising on the planet? The Asirani do not enter battles they cannot win. However, it is in our power to direct the currents so that the elements themselves wash obstacles and enemies from our path, and so it was in this case. Muraran, the Farseer from Krudark, saw a future without the Monkeg. To any other species they deem inferior. Ah, I thought it was just humans, but apparently it's anybody. And we followed his lead. We simply used the Monkeg's passions against them, their love of freedom and anarchy, their love of domination and violence. Stoking the enmity between servants and rulers is easier when your targets are governed by emotion rather than reason. So says the species that kind of, buggered at a gigantic warp storm that split the galaxy in half. So, you're one to talk. My kin became military advisors to the Monkeg, who rose up against the rulers of this world. I had a different mission, to become Vizentia's handler, since the rebels would be unable to get to her until both sides were sufficiently weakened. The ruler of the humans had never seen a child of Asiran before, and so she accepted the lie about a degenerate branch of Monkeg dwelling far from their own kind. I was actually unaware that, well, I guess that the ruler would know about the Eldari, but if she'd never seen one before, I could understand why she'd be confused. Why did your own kin attack you? I know not the answer to that question. Irlet lowers her head. Many cycles have passed since I departed these forests and my kin. They cannot have forgotten me, can they? Who knows? Why would a handful of Xenos go to war against a whole planet? You can't kill everyone. You struggle to understand the children of Asiran, and I do not blame you for that. We are too different. Yeah, tell that to Rowboat Girly Man who's banging his own... Never mind. I take that back. A little spicy for Twitch. We are too different. Irlet says nothing for a few moments, choosing her words. Monkeg walked blindly into the future. We choose the path, guided by our Farseers. Krudark was the birthplace of the powerful watchers of things to come. Our leaders were selected from among their ranks, and word was set in stone, unshakable like the universe was... What is it with all these long carry-on sentences? Ah! Krudark was the birthplace of the powerful watchers of things to come. Our leaders were selected from among their ranks, and their word was set in stone, unshakable like the universe itself. Thank you. Muraran, our leader here, is one of that group. The children of Asiran are subject to his will. I wish they would at least add text to speech. Many words equals evil. Yeah. You know what the worst part is? I'm a dungeon master, so being able to read to my players and being able to read out the descriptions, you'd think this would come naturally, but even the DM's guide and all that kind of stuff, even pre-made campaigns, their run-on sentences are nowhere near as bad as these people. Good lord. Muraran, our leader here, is one of that group. The children of Asiran are subject to his will, and he is subject to the will of his visions. Muraran saw the Lilathian in a vision, suffering and crying out to be cleansed, and we did everything we could to rid the maiden world of the Monkeg. Our lives, our desires, all that is dust compared to the light of the path Muraran has chosen for us. At least, that is what my kin believe. I used to believe it too, until recently. Why are you telling me all this? What brought on this candor? Ilantak. Your arrival has thrown my paths into disarray and lifted the veil on the truth that has been hidden from me. While I was shadowing the humans' ruler, I failed to see the signs. Signs that there was another threat looming over the Lilathian, besides the Monkeg's deeds. The threat should be familiar to you, as it is to our... The threat should be familiar to you, as it is to other intelligent species in the galaxy. We call it Silan Thresh. She who thirsts, goddess of chaos. Oh, goody. Well, there's going to be some butt-hind buggery going on. Oh boy. Yeah, no problem. Have a good one, Nowler. Silan Thresh and She Who Thirsts are the names the Aldari give to the Chaos God Slaanesh, their ultimate enemy. Slaanesh is the god of passion, excess, and forbidden pleasures, and is known for his fickle and treacherous nature. Technically, it's not his, it's it, because Slaanesh can be whatever it wants to be. Disfigurements. It seems you call these mutations are the surest sign of this threat. By mutilating living forms, this malevolent power subjugates them and bends them to its will. You have seen the deformities in the faces of those who are closer to the Lilathian's body than others, the rebels who hide under the canopy of these forests. The Monkeg are weak in spirit. They are susceptible to the propositions of She Who Thirsts, and in their drive to attain her poisoned gifts, they perform perverse rituals in her name, rituals that require sacrifices. Like the Monkeg who were brought to this place, like the Monkeg who were brought to the palace and never seen again. Oh, now that's interesting. Okay, so was I partially right back in the end? Or back in the beginning? So, earlier on I was thinking that it might have something to do with Slaanesh. Ritual sacrifices, cannibalism. Well, technically ritual sacrifices go for the other gods too, but like cannibalism is one of the things that does pop up with Slaanesh, so could Slaanesh be influencing everybody and not just the rebels? Because I originally thought it was the rebels who were right, based on the information from the rebel soldier that I interrogated, but now it seems like it could be everybody's getting the old in and out treatment. The signs have been revealed. The signs that have been revealed to me, they all indicate the presence of corruption on this world. Tendrils of corruption may be threading through the world's spirit, poisoning it even as we speak. But for corruption to take hold of a planet so quickly requires effort directed by the will of another. Earlet pauses. I believe Byzantia Viat is in the thrall of the will of Silan Thresh. Well, okay, that works. What? Byzantia Viat? The governor has duly served the dynasty and Imperium for decades. Seth, I hope you will not stand for such scurrilous slander aimed at one of your finest servants. Well, okay. But think about it this way. The uprising only happened recently, Abelard, and yet they stopped shipping ties for more than a decade, so... Maybe Byzantia is tainted from consorting with the archenemy. We will have to find out for ourselves. Perhaps the signs I uncovered have failed to convince you. I pray to the gods that other proof, something more comprehensible to you, will emerge to sway your opinion. Silan Thresh is deceitful and cunning. She subtly penetrates the soul, offering false perfection, luring victims into her web with promises of a wicked ideal. The ruler of Monkai perhaps does not even know that her soul has been corrupted. This is true. This is true. Because the way I had it explained to me was that Slaanesh is simultaneously one of the most obvious and insidious of the Chaos Gods in terms of how it works. I mean, Tzeentch is out there playing his games, but Slaanesh does have the the orgies, but Slaanesh also works through subtlety, because the way Slaanesh works is that, Slaanesh, for example, doesn't ask you to take, to take perverse pleasure. Slaanesh just asks you to take the most pleasure out of every experience that you can. So, for example, let's say you eat an apple, right? So the apple tastes good. But what Slaanesh would do is say Slaanesh would be like, no, it's not just good. Focus on how good it is. Focus on the sweetness of the apple. Take your enjoyment of that thing and take it to the next level by reveling in that experience. And then as you eat another apple, you get better and better at reveling in it. Slaanesh slowly feeds off that. And by feeding off your pleasure and your enjoyments, she encourages you to rise to greater heights of joy. So now you're not just eating an apple. Now you're eating like a fruit buffet. And then you're not just eating a fruit buffet. Now you're eating fruits and you're consuming raw animal parts. And then you go from eating fruits to raw animal parts to eating fruits, raw animal parts, and humans. So she slowly corrupts you by getting you to indulge more and more and more, seeking out ever higher pleasures and experiences, driving you to excess. At least that's the way I've been, subtly pushing you the entire way. That's the way I've had it explained to me, anyway. Yes, let's get going. Lord Xenos.
My Auspex has detected something.
That spooked me.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Pascal? You okay there, buddy? Shuriken catapult. Eldari weapon proficiency. Oh. What trap and where? Okay, everybody, come back to the center.
The world is full of colors I have never seen before.
Ah.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Woo! That Eldari chainsword is as powerful as my greatsword. Good goddamn. Meltagun. Okay, we're redistributing weapons now. Who's going to be my faithful Jurgen? Who's going to be my faithful Jurgen? I'm a commissar. I need my Jurgen. Yeah. Thank you, Abelard. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Abelard. Please don't smell. Oh, that don't look good.
Anything worthy of my attention?
Huh.
I follow my own path. I strike without fear or hesitation.
Oh, this could be bad. Seth, get up there. Abelard, get up there. I have no clue how hard these guys hit. Please don't kill my characters.
Ugh, my ears are ringing.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause.
Oops, I did let's give him hell. I meant to do defensive stance, my bad.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Ooh, good hit. Abelard, buddy.
Someone else can do this.
Oh, okay.
I took care of this one.
Yay, he's dead. Pascal, Pascal.
My vow is to serve.
Please save Seth.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
If I may,
For you, my Emperor!
isn't this a job for the Sir's duty demands?
Nicely done. I wasn't even expecting you to hit. Any goodies? Any good things? Good stuff? No. Lorzinos.
Acquisition is possible.
Okay. Trap disarm first, then Lorzinos.
Pay attention. The Emperor favors me today. I better myself through my service.
Operation successful.
Ah.
Duty prevails.
Okay, good. There's no need to go murder mode. Alright. Alright. Or maybe, who knows? Is that a webway portal? The tall being in a fine garment, the tall being in a fine long garment turns to you, their face hidden behind the blank visor of their helmet. When they begin to speak, even from a distance, you feel the air around your figure. Oh, sorry. When they begin to speak, even from a distance, you feel the air around the figure grow cold. Monkeg, you should not be here. Irlet strides forward, her eyes flashing. Moran, I'm calling you to account. You said that the great danger threatening the Lithaean, lurked in the hearts of the Monkeg in their greed and ignorance, and all the while another enemy was looming over this world, an enemy whose tracks you should have seen in the things to come. Sailan Thresh, she who thirsts, is threatening this world, and you hid it from us. Answer me, did you or did you not behold our greatest foe in Lilathian's future? Did you lie to me? After Irlet's words, the two tall Eldari behind Moran start moving. One looks around at the leader, while the other lets out a cry muffled under his visor. The rebel beside you cringes as though the Eldari's speech causes him pain. He strains to say something, but Moran makes an imperious gesture, and the soldier meekly straightens up and salutes, staring at the Xenos with slavish devotion. The robed figure inclines their head, and then they begin to speak. Irlet, the outcast, you left the path that was set for you. You brought the unknown Monkeg to our refuge, and now you speak to me with unseemly anger. Your long wanderings far from Krudark have altered your mind and tainted your sight. I'm gonna say nothing. My wanderings are the path I have chosen for myself, far from the walls of Krudark. I have seen and come to know things that no other Eldari could, hidden away in a craft world their entire life. Why do you deny my words about Sailan Thresh? Is it because you were lying to me and my kin when you showed us the true path? This Elantak was the first person to discover the comings of Sailan Thresh, one of those whom the Monkeg call Chaos Gods. Without him, I would still be deceived by your words about destiny and the true future. Monkai revealing past. It's ludicrous. Monkai bring pain and strife in our time and for all time. How can you trust the Monkai after what we taught you? After hearing the sorrowful song of the dying world? Moran turns his head towards you. It was not chance that brought you to Krudark. Ugh. It was not chance that brought Krudark down. Monkai destroyed our ancient home, stripped us of our defenses, doomed us to wander amidst the cold stars. I wasn't there. I'm sorry to hear that your home was destroyed, but I wasn't there and know nothing of this calamity. Moran gazes at you intently. If these words had come from an Eldari, I would have believed them. But you are merely a Monkai, a plaything of your own passions. Any emotion that takes hold of your soul can drive out all trace of reason and honor. You are playing with the words and avoiding the question. Notes of desperation and rage are creeping into Irlet's voice now. The Lilithan is under threat from our eternal foe, and yet you are more concerned about the presence of the Elantak than the corruption that is flowing through the vein of this world. Did you never consider that your war might simply be hastening Sailan Thresh's triumph? Perhaps the ruler's servants, in their efforts to protect her, will resort to more and more instruments of corruption. Oh. Moran leans down over Irlet, his tone menacing. You left Krudark in our darkest hour to gratify your ego. You came to us on the Lilithan. You came to us on the Lilathian. No, I had it right the first time. You came to us on the Lilathan, and I accepted you as one of our own. If I even gave you a real purpose, you're the outcast, and you dare insult me, a Farseer. It was a mistake to let you inside our circle. You have turned our efforts to survive into dust with your own hands. I am a child of Assyrian, Muran, not a plaything in the cold hands of fate, which you claim speaks through your mouth. My choice of path is no worse than yours, or any other Eldari's, and my path calls me to fight our true enemies, not eradicate the Mon-Kai. If it comes to it, I will stand with them, for this Elantak can see what you are blind to, Farseer. Ouch, that has to be one hell of an insult. Earlet's eyes are alight with fury. She pointedly lays her hands on his weapon, looking away from the Farseer. I'm willing to help the Eldari defeat Chaos, but first we must deal with the rebellions you've been orchestrating. Moran turns his head towards you. So Earlet the Outcast has revealed our secret to you. I'm sure you have something to say in that regard, Mon-Kai. Yeah, if this world is in serious danger, there is no sense in fighting each other. Let's deal with our common enemy together. Let's see reason. The name of that danger is Mon-Kai, and I will see to it that the Lilathian is purged of those defiling her face. But again, there's only one way to prove to me that Mon-Kai do truly care about the well-being of their captured world. Eliminate the ruler of the Mon-Kai sojourning on the Lilithian, and relinquish the governing of this world to me and my kin. The Lilithian herself will stand as surety for our agreement, as will your compatriots who live on it, and the profit that you will gain by tilling the maiden worlds. Our human helpers will replace the leaders of the Mon-Kai. We will be the ones who govern Lilithian from the shadow. That is suicide! It is not my intention to have my brothers and sisters sit on the Council of Mon-Kai. That role will be played by humans. You may choose whomever you wish for this task, as long as they remember who stands behind them and heeds our direction. I cannot give Janus to the Eldari. Humans will only be ruled by humans, but I promise that no harm will come. I mean, that's realistically role-playing more accurate. I am actually, if there was an Inquisitor next to me right now, I would be up shit creek for as far as I've gone. Oh, that worked. I am not willing to risk my brother's lives, Mon-Kai. I will steal my soul and try to believe your promise. Earlet shakes her head. The governor must die, and she must be replaced by new rulers, one not corrupted by the touch of she who thirsts. We must return to the Zentia Viat and put an end to the taint that has afflicted the Lilathian. Earlet, are you staying with us? I will be departing this world soon, and heading for the stars. Perhaps you want to do that too? Well, Elantak? Seth? Yes, I am tired of titles and designations, my own and others. Since your path lies beyond the limits of Lilathian, I will go with you to search for others of my kind scattered among the stars. Perhaps they will greet me more warmly than this brood. End of dialogue. Okay, well, we're almost at 3 hours. We've got a level up, and we're about to hit the next big part of the Janus story. I hope everybody enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Please join me next week, where I'll be continuing this. Although, once again, this is my sci-fi night, so if Spaceborne 2 releases the update tomorrow, like they promised, next Thursday I will be doing more Spaceborne 2 instead of Rogue Trader. So just keep an eye out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. For those of you who are wondering what Spaceborne 2 is, also, Howler, I just noticed that you followed me. Thank you. Sorry about that. I should have noticed that earlier. But for those of you wondering what Spaceborne 2 is, imagine Starfield, but better. And it's only being made by one person, so if you would like to support a developer who's making a better product than Bethesda on his own, check out Spaceborne 2 on Steam. Otherwise, tune in tomorrow for Co-op Pulsar. It'll be our last stream, as long as my moderator has recovered from his cold. and is up for streaming. Next week will be our last stream of Pulsar, and then next Friday we will either be picking a new co-op game or we will be going back to Skyrim together, the multiplayer mod for Skyrim. So keep an eye out on the channel, and if you want to see my past streams of Warhammer 40k, you can get a link to my Twitch archive on YouTube. It's in the About section of my channel. Have yourself a good evening, everyone.